Hi, this is Sean from Fisherman's Processing. Today we're going to make beef jerky on your home Traeger. We're going to incorporate 4 of our FP Gourmet rubs and Salty Crew boat beer. So stick around. We got our beef eye of round out of the package, patted all the juice off the outside of it. We like this cut of meat because it's very lean once you trim off this outside fat. And that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to use our hands and knife. We're using the 10-inch here. We're going to trim off this fat and get to slicing our beef jerky. The Anza 10-inch Fish Pro Series knife was the perfect tool for the job. As you can see, did a great job slicing all that fat off. Didn't take any time at all. Now we're going to go ahead and start slicing up the meat for your jerky. You can do this by hand, or if you have a deli meat slicer, that would come in handy here too. I'll demonstrate how to do both. I'm going to slice a little bit by hand, and then we'll go ahead and switch over to the deli meat slicer. So here we go. You're looking to do about 1/4 inch or maybe even a little smaller slices. Nice smooth cuts. That's where the 10-inch Fish Pro Series hands and knife comes in handy. It makes a nice smooth cut all the way through the meat. Alright, so that's how you do it by hand. Let's switch over to the machine. Now let's make our beef jerky marinades. We have all of our ingredients here. Start with Salty Crew boat beer, made by Coronado Brewing here in San Diego. We got FP Gourmet, sweet Cajun, garlic pepper, smokehouse beef, and chili lime as flavors. Soy sauce, low sodium, Worcestershire sauce, and that's all there is to it. So let's start with sweet Cajun. We're gonna take 1 12-ounce can of Salty Crew boat beer, add it to our measuring bowl. This is how you check, make sure you got every last drop. Yep, we did good. We're gonna take an equal amount, so 12 ounces of soy sauce. We take a 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. And the whole package of sweet Cajun. Now at this point, if you like your jerky a little bit sweeter, you can add some some raw honey or some brown sugar to it. We don't like it that sweet, so we're gonna go ahead and leave it just as it is because there is a little bit of brown sugar in the sweet Cajun. You're just gonna mix that up thoroughly. Make sure your sweet Cajun gets all mixed up in there. It looks pretty good. All right, now you see we have our meat in a bowl. It's a nice little trick. You put it in a Ziploc bag because you're gonna wanna seal it while this marinates. But we have it in a bowl so it's easy to pour this into it and not have to try to hold your bag. So this easily pours right into it. Pour the entire contents in there. And we have about 2 to 3 pounds of meat in the Ziploc bag. Go ahead and fold this up. You're gonna Ziploc it, make sure it locks before you pick it up. There, we got a good seal that time. And you're gonna mix that marinade up in there. You're going to place this in the refrigerator overnight, and it should be ready to go in the morning. We're going to continue the marinade process. We're going to go with garlic pepper next. Now we're going to do our chili lime. Just as a note, start out with a clean mixing bowl each time, so if you're doing multiple flavors, you don't get cross-contamination. Here we go. Another little trick, when you're sealing your bag, get it about 90% sealed, squeeze out all that extra air, and finish sealing it. And double check your seal, make sure you got it. Good. That way the marinades presses up against the meat real nice. Chili lime, it's gonna be real good. There you have it. Next up is smokehouse beef. Can't wait to taste this one. And for this one, we're gonna kick it up. I got a little secret friend here, Ghost Scream. It's a ghost base hot sauce. It's very good. Local California guy makes it. And we're gonna add a full tablespoon. Let's make it 2. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons. We're gonna kick this up. That ought to kick it up a little bit. This is gonna be delicious. Yep. All right, so we're gonna let all these sit in the refrigerator overnight. One idea, if you're up, agitate them every once in a while, maybe every 2-3 hours, agitate them a little bit, give them a little bit of mixing. Just leave them in the bag and agitate them. Get that flavor completely covering each piece of meat. We'll get back to it in the morning. We were able to agitate and mix the bags up several times last night before going to bed. It's the next day, and now it's ready to pour off the marinade and get the jerky ready to go on the grill. Okay, so I opened the corner of the bag just slightly so my beef jerky doesn't end up all in the sink. I'm gonna pour off as much of this liquid as I can just into the sink. I'm gonna open the bag the rest of the way. I'm gonna put the beef jerky on this drying rack so that it can continue to drip the marinade off of the beef jerky. And spread it out so it can get all that marinade off. At this point, you can decide whether you want to pat the pieces down with a paper towel to remove the sweet Cajun that's on there. But we're gonna choose to leave it on there because it's so good. We just want to leave it on there and get more flavor. And we're gonna let this drip for just a few minutes and get all the wet part of the marinade off. This is ready to go on the grill. This is our garlic pepper jerky. And we're gonna go ahead and put it on the Traeger. Just lay it in there evenly. Try not to keep anything from touching. Keep all the pieces separated. Putting some of the smaller pieces that might come off first towards the front just to make them easy to get to. All right, we've got them all in there. For the most part, none of them are touching. And we like to add a little extra garlic pepper to ours. This is an individual choice. If you don't want to do this, it's not a necessary step because you've already marinated it with your garlic pepper. It should be delicious either way. All right, there you go. We have our Traeger set at 180 degrees. And we're gonna let that cook. Let's get the smokehouse beef on here now. Really excited about this one. If you remember, this is the one we added some of the Ghost Cream sauce to. So that's gonna be spicy. I can't wait to taste that. Sprinkle a little bit of smokehouse beef on top of these. Trying to be a little bit careful not to let it fall onto our garlic pepper down below. Nothing wrong with mixing the rub though. If you like the combination, no rules, go right ahead. All right, there you have it, smokehouse beef. So our slices of beef jerky took about 6 hours to complete. If they're thinner, they'll take less time. If they're thicker, they're gonna take more time. But in the end, we have this beautiful beef jerky that was so much fun to make. We can't wait to eat it for days to come. We're gonna store it in Ziploc bags in the refrigerator, and it should be good for at least a couple weeks. So you know what? Let's crack one open. Thank you, Salty Crew. Thank you, FP Gourmet.